Lovely Lough Foyle. For years, these waters have been famed for fishing and leisure, but lately, if reports on the internet are to be believed, its fishy fame has become a little bit fishier. Over the last few weeks, the internet has seen a frenzy of postings about claims that there's a UFO in the waters of Lough Foyle. In this case, an unidentified fishy object.
Bigfoot believers are gonna love this one. It's not a hairy monster, but it's a beast below the surface. This is in Lough Foyle in Ireland.
It's Nessie!
This clip has marine experts scratching their heads. I decided to take a little bit of a closer look.
Well, we were out in the Foyle shooting a little short film as part of a college project, and we just see this thing skimming through the water, and it was only till after we saw the footage, we looked over what we filmed, that we thought, this could be something different, this could be something kind of spectacular.
I just thought we were going out to make a short film. I had no idea it would be the story to see something like that, and it's probably one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life.
Of course, you were seeing this through a lens.
Yeah, and I was shaking with excitement and fear at the same time. I had no idea what they think.
At the start, I wasn't panicked. I was more curious of what it was, but near the end, I was panicking, yeah.
It does look like the Loch Ness Monster, or what we've seen portrayed as the Loch Ness Monster.
It could be.
So are these recent sightings just the latest of our own Lough Foyle monster?
I remember going up in a small boat from here to Mayville, myself and a neighbour of mine, and this beast was swimming alongside of us. And it would come up and go down again, and one time it came so close it flicked the water, it hit me up here, and I said to Shim, I said, "What's that?" "Sam." And it followed us up to Mayville, and as soon as we went into the shallow water, it went away.
My father, he used to work down on the docks at Lough, and he used to tell us a story years ago that they had saw a monster, so we never believed him.
Never really took it on.
Yes, I've heard about the creature in the Foyle. In fact, the Lochs Agency have been getting reports to the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. I've spoken to the Minister about it. She's very concerned, particularly because of the preservation of salmon and sea trout stocks in the Foyle. So I believe that this is an issue that I should discuss with Peter Robinson with a view to raising it at one of our executive meetings in the not-too-distant future.
Remarkably, these sightings are not the first claims of a sea monster in Lough Foyle. Mary Delargy of the University of Ulster explains.
This is a contemporary diary account from the Siege of Derry.
And what does it tell us that we didn't know?
Well, it actually makes reference to a monster on Lough Foyle.
During the Siege of Derry in 1689, Francis Wyville, an English naval lieutenant on HMS Swallow, wrote an account of a curious creature witnessed in the loch.
Despite the dimness of the light, our captain does swear a creature of such proportions that could not belong as natural to these waters. On 2 occasions, this mysterious creature did approach our vessel, and in its size and haste, in passing, did buffet the hull and make very disturbed the waters where we had anchored. In 10 years on the open seas, I cannot account for what I witnessed, and the men aboard seemed deeply unsettled by it.
The purser also tells of a lake in Scotland where a creature is famed for snatching fishermen from their own boats.
And this is presumably the Loch Ness Monster. This detail isn't the only connection the sea monster has with the city. The first ever mention of the Loch Ness Monster is in the 6th century, in the annals of Saint Columcille, the patron saint of Derry, who banished a ferocious water beast to the depths of the River Ness. There's a local legend that the monster visits the waters of the Foyle, seeking revenge against the saint and the city he founded.
There's a natural channel which connects the west coast of Scotland to Lough Foyle. Anything in the seas on the west coast of Scotland, it will naturally make its way into Lough Foyle. If you then take the step that there is some large sea creature, well, it is certainly within the realms of possibility that that sea creature can make its way into Lough Foyle.
Well, you hear sightings now and again. People would say they've seen the ripples and there may be something there, and they talk about it occasionally. But now maybe that has come to pass, that it's quite true after all. As you know, it hasn't been seen in Loch Ness for a long few years, and maybe he's coming here for his holidays.
So could this new resident be a good thing for the city? Tourism Ireland think so and have launched a campaign claiming the Loch Ness Monster as one of our own. But this piece of marketing opportunism is not to everyone's liking.
It's a very attractive poster, but I don't agree with it.
I think it's terrible. They should just leave it alone. It's for Scotland and not the Irish.
Ridiculous, really. I mean, how would they transport her? Exactly.
The Loch.
The Lough Foyle monster, that's where they've said it's been sighted.
Right, okay. I'm not happy about that. Nah.
What would you do about it? Should we take action?
Definitely, definitely. It doesn't belong over there. It belongs over here.
Well, they can have Nessie if they want. I'm not that bothered.
Or maybe she was Irish all along and she's just been hanging about here.
So the Irish have stolen Nessie. What do you think?
Steal everything, don't they?
Share and share alike, but all Celtic, aren't we?
Local man Robert Johnston has believed in the existence of a creature in the loch for many years now, and he's devoted huge amounts of his spare time on his efforts to find it.
I come down here for 2 or 3 years, maybe 5, 6 nights of the week. Although, I mean, I haven't personally seen her, but I'm hoping to get a good photograph of her, you know. I've seen that YouTube clip, surely. Aye, somebody pointed it out to me, you know. And I thought I might have been the first to get a photograph of her, but well, sure, I'm delighted for them, you know, delighted for them. Aye.
But could the waters of the loch really host such a large creature?
Well, I've heard about the rumours, but the reality is it's impossible for a monster to come in here. Even if there was a monster, just would not get past our port limits without being noticed. It's monitored 24 hours a day by radar, automatic identification systems, CCTV. There's no chance. She would definitely be seen.
Let's not just rule it out too quickly. We wouldn't want a knee-jerk because, you know, it just might be true. The monster might exist. So we need a wee bit more time just to explore the possibilities of where this monster might be.
Given that we're not sure what this creature is, where it comes from, what its intentions are, it's very important that we try to establish as much information as we possibly can about it, because given the fact that there are, on occasions, poachers illegally poaching on the Foyle for salmon and sea trout, there would be, I think, a very real danger that some of these poachers could be devoured.
So, Nessie on the Foyle, is it fact or is it fiction? Hit or myth? Who knows? But in the meantime, this is a story which is making waves all around the world. This is Ivan Little on the lookout on the Foyle.